Ladies and gentlemen, bosses and baddies, welcome to the Hotspot Lounge, the place where the lights are low and we're putting your favorite adult entertainer in the hot seat. Today, we've got a woman in the building who's more than just a moment, she's a movement, a brand, a business, a Barbie, and a bold bilingual beauty with brains to match. She's a Puerto Riqueño, beautiful Colombiana. She's a proud Keene University graduate with a business degree and a whole lot of boss energy. She's modeled, she's performed, she's built her own lane with nothing but hustle and high standards. You may remember her as Cat Rubia, but today we're pulling back the curtain and getting to know the woman behind the name. Repping Jersey, holding it down in Baltimore, and cheering hard for her Ravens, but she definitely don't play about them. It's my pleasure to welcome the one, the only Spanish Barbie to the
my
building.
God, thank you so much.
We gonna get
best
into it.
introduction
We
I've
gonna
ever
get into
had.
it.
My mama couldn't even say that about me. Thank you so much.
Girl, I
So
had to
nice.
give you your props
Thank
because
you, thank you. You did your research.
I
Thank-
did.
I was like,
I did because I've seen you, but I've never really seen you in interviews and things like that. So I had to just kind
thank
of
you for that.
really dig in.
That was
and
awesome.
Yeah, so I'm just glad to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. For
Glad
sure.
to be in your presence. So I told you we were going to get into
Yes.
some interesting conversations
Yes,
today.
let's do it.
So you are, and even in our pregame conversation, you are like, I see hustler all in you, right? So before all of this, what was your first hustle? And it don't even necessarily have to be for money.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I remember selling candy in school.
Right.
So what was your first hustle?
My first hustle. I feel like, so I wasn't making money from this, but before YouTube and all that became a thing, I was really into makeup and stuff like that. So like I remember just like teaching myself how to do makeup and going on MySpace and shit like that. I was just a very like innovative person. Like even at a young age, I feel like I'm gonna do makeup and I'm gonna be like a huge makeup artist and I'm gonna make all this money and like have the best makeup in the world and shit like that. So I definitely feel like doing makeup was, and then eventually like when I started to get better at it, I started to actually do makeup on other people than just myself.
Well, your makeup is beautiful. You look very ethereal.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. So it's interesting. So you went from makeup, right? So you were already used to being on camera.
Yeah.
That definitely takes some getting used to, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
So you were already comfortable there. So how did you make the transition from makeup to model to adult entertainer?
Right. Well, didn't happen overnight. That's
absolutely
for sure.
not. I'm sure.
No. So I feel like from a young age, I was definitely made to be in front of the camera. I didn't know necessarily what that was, but I was a girly girl. Obviously, I like to do makeup. I like to dress up and all that. So like, I didn't know whether I wanted to be like an actress per se. I couldn't fucking sing, so I knew that was out the way. But
it's like I know I'm gonna be in front of the camera.
I knew exactly. I said I knew I wasn't gonna be fucking singing or whatever. But so yeah, so like you were saying, it definitely I needed to take some time to be confident and in front of the camera and stuff. Like I had I'll never forget. I had a Kodak camera. This is before we had Sonys and Nikons and whatever. I had a Kodak camera that had film that I would take to go to fucking CVS and whatever, and I would set that bitch up. We didn't have no damn tripods. There was no camera looking at me. I didn't know how these pictures were coming out. I just set that bitch up and I'm posing in my room and my mom would come in like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm like 15 years old, 16, whatever, even younger than that. And I'm just like, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just like, I just want to post these pictures on MySpace.
In front of the camera.
I just wanted to post them on MySpace. And then I would like, even like they had fucking old editing software. Editing software. I used to actually make layouts. That's a whole other thing. So, but either way, I'm telling you, I was built for the creative lane because I was doing.
Was great.
I'm telling you, I had a layout page. Damn, that was a hustle too. I made layouts for people. I don't think I charged them, But I made layouts.
Definitely charging.
I don't think I did, but I know people that did because some people would take days, and you're like, yo, that shit's gonna be fire because they're taking days to make your shit.
I got a whole 20 picture collage.
No, seriously, yo, fucking dead. But yeah. So either way, I feel like I was kind of training myself to be in media, and I didn't even fucking realize it. So obviously, I like taking pictures. You know, I love, but then I was like, all right, I like taking pictures of myself. But then as I got older, I was like, I need to like get into this for real. Like I want to start modeling, but you don't know like how, at that age,
Right.
like when you're a teenager, like how the fuck, like, and they have modeling agencies or the people that come up to you at the mall. Oh, we think you'd be great.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So like, listen, I was trying to find my lane because yeah, exactly. So like, no, whatever. So I was trying to figure it out. And, really it just, I have to thank my cousin a lot, and she knows this to this day. She pointed because she was a model and she was in music videos. She's a little bit older than me. So she had been, doing stuff, and she was like, listen, she always knew that I was like meant to be in media and stuff like that. But she always wanted me to be safe and, whatever.
Right.
So she's like, hey, I'm gonna put you in touch with this photographer. He's awesome. Like, she's like, I worked with him a million times. Like, he's great. I would never, recommend someone to you that, I feel like wouldn't, be safe or whatever. So I went and I worked with him, and I felt so comfortable. Like, and he made me feel comfortable as well, but it was also like me. I'm like, all right, cool. Like now I could actually like pose with somebody else taking the pictures. It's not just me, like with the camera just standing up waiting for me or whatever.
So let me ask. So one of the questions I had, you exude confidence.
Thank you.
Right? It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And not in a cocky way, because you're super like down to earth.
Yeah.
Y'all, she's dope.
Oh, thank you.
But one of the questions I had was like, who was the first person to really make you feel seen? So would that cousin be that person for you?
Yeah, I would say
awesome.
my cousin. Yeah, because I grew up in a very strict Latin household. So like,
oh gosh,
they weren't with all this. You're gonna
Catholic
take pictures.
Or Christian?
Catholic, but
yes.
like
Saint Anthony
so,
here.
And then I had half of my family was Jehovah's Witness. So
oh,
whole other fucking thing. So either way, so I didn't get like the support. I mean, I've talked to my mom about this, and we make jokes about it now, but like, I didn't get the support that I felt like I definitely needed to nurture, what I wanted to do. Because it was like, girl, you ain't gonna fucking do that for real. Like, you better like stick to them fucking books. You better go to college and da-da-da-da. Like,
so that's what you got when you were looking at modeling, which was pretty much the same thing I got when I was looking into similar things, modeling and dancing and stuff like that. That's the same reaction I got. So I totally get that.
Hell yeah.
So then what was the response from family once they realized, or did you just flat out tell them that you were doing adult entertainment? And then was there any, two-part question, was there anyone's reaction that really surprised you? Did anyone kind of throw you a curveball?
So I'll say this. So my cousin that I'm talking about, you know how Hispanics, like, she's not really my cousin, but she was actually dating a cousin of mine. So she was like in, so either way. So I just want to say that she wasn't like family by blood, but definitely like still family. Either way. But still. So my immediate family, so my mom and I are close. My dad and I, not like so much. Like, there's still things that I wouldn't tell him because it's just fucking weird. But my mom,
definitely weird.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just certain conversations you just can't.
My dad has no filter.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to fucking hear all that. So, so yeah, like my yeah, no, I know. Now you gotta fucking bringing up PTSD over here and shit. But listen, Latin parents, like, they just want you to fucking go to school and that's it. But no, so I like, my mom knew I was modeling and stuff like that, and I feel like, I think I did just straight up tell her one day. I was like, listen, but this was, again, I was a little bit older when I got into adult film. Like, I was modeling and stuff like that in my early 20s, and then I didn't get into adult film till like my late 20s, like 28, 29, like some shit like that. So I was already older and living on my own. It was like, bro, like, what are you gonna tell me? Like, I pay my own bills. I'm living on my own. I'm doing porn now. I mean, of course, like, I don't think she was fucking happy about it, but now I'm trying to think, like,
but by then it's like you're grown. Like, what are you gonna do?
Whose reaction? Oh, okay. My actual blood cousin on my dad's side, like when cause I think I told her or whatever, or people found out on social media because I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I was posting stuff, and I have family members follow me. Like, hey, if you want to follow me on Facebook, like that's on you.
Right,
But I don't want to hear no shit later while you posting that. It's my fucking paycheck. I post whatever I want, and I'm grown.
Right.
So, but my cousin on my dad's side, like she actually surprised me. She said, "Listen, you know, basically you're old enough to make your own decisions. She said, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but she said, yo, the men in our family are pigs. She said, so do whatever the fuck you want. Because it's basically saying, like, these men, like, they are all about women and always gawking at them and seeing them as objects and shit like that. She's basically like, yo, if you want to make the fucking money off of it, then make your money off of it. Yeah. So I was kind of like, all right, that's what's up. Like, I didn't necessarily expect that reaction from her because she was probably the only one in my my immediate family that didn't like spaz or be like, oh really? You know what I mean?
So coming from, and we kind of had a little bit of this conversation earlier about, you know, the coming from a Latin family, right? And just how close knit and intertwined in so many ways, even when you don't want to be, and very toxic
at the same time.
So, but, and even with all of that, you carry yourself with such confidence. So where does that come from for you? Do you feel like you were born with it, or do you feel like it was built?
That's a very good question. Do I feel like I was born with it? I don't think I was born with it because when I was a kid, I was actually very self-conscious. Yeah, because I was a Latin kid and I moved to a white suburban town, and I was one of the few Latin kids, and I just didn't fit in. Like I came from being Jersey City to like an urban area where everybody kind of looked like me. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, and then you go to, I felt so out of place, and I felt like that much of my life living there and growing up there. So either way, yeah, like I would say that I had to grow into it. It's definitely not something that happened overnight because even with, I didn't necessarily get bullied or anything like that, but I just felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I didn't quite fit in. Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely something that I had to like, as I got older, you know what I mean? And again, going into my teenage years and stuff like that. It's not like I woke up one day and I said, oh, because confidence isn't like, oh, I think I'm the most beautiful person in the room. I don't think that that's what that means. I just think it means that you're so comfortable in yourself that you don't care if you look like shit that day. If your hair is tied up, you're like, I'm still that bitch. I'm still her. You know what I'm saying? You know what? So it's not even like when you look all dolled up and you're like, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm going to do a photo shoot today. It's like that confidence has to exude like when you're not always like quote unquote like looking your best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it definitely took time. Because I don't care what nobody says. I think all of us care what other people think to some extent. Yes. Even if it's not like the public, maybe you care about what your family thinks or what your boyfriend thinks. Even if you don't care, you're impacted by it. Yeah. Whether you care about it or not, people still are going to judge you. Always will judge you, no
based on appearance first, whether they know you or not. Because I'm gonna tell you, even when I started losing weight, because I was a BBW in the industry, when I started losing weight, what y'all black folks say? You okay? You okay?
You're okay.
What kind of drugs you on?
They say you need to eat some more.
I gotta be smoking rocks now because I'm losing weight. Like this is where we've arrived to. So
you automatically gotta be doing drugs.
Right. That's funny. So people are gonna always judge you based off of appearance first, whether you like it or not. However,
and we do it. I mean, like really think about it. Like when someone walks in, or any, if it's gonna be a stranger, somebody, you know,
because if you look like, crazy, I'm locking my car door.
You'd be like, then what the fuck she wearing today? Like the fuck? Like we all do it subconscious. I don't think we fucking can help it. You know what I mean? But you are gonna be judged, so that's important that you said that because that's when you have to realize, like, yo, I don't. Like, I know that they're going to say I look crazy. I know that they're going to be mad at me or whatever, but you can't let that affect you. Like, that, all these outside voices, I like to say, like, you're the only person who's going to wake up in your body every single day. And you're going to go to sleep in your body every single day. So you have to be sure. You have to be comfortable about it. You have to be. Yeah. You have to be. You're the only person that's going to be you. It's not the next person. Who gives a fuck what they are? So what if they think your parents are ugly? So their face is ugly. You know what I mean? Like, who really cares?
I love you.
It's just something, but it is something that you have to build. And I would tell girls, because I have a lot of women, especially who they ask me that shit all the time, and they want to get into content, but they're not comfortable in front of the camera. I tell them, start setting up a camera and start literally posing. You may feel silly. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're like, what the fuck am I doing? I promise you, start doing things like that. Like literally set up the camera, figure out your poses, your angles, and all that, and it takes time, but I promise, like you'll get there. If I could fucking get there.
And I think the same could be true for men even.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so many men that ask how to get into the industry, and you know what
every day they ask me.
And
I'm a woman, and they ask me.
Yeah, yes, that part, because I could open messages right now, and I'm sure they're in my inbox. Yeah. but there's also a lot of men who think that it's the same as sex at home. This could be a whole episode. Right. On its own. This topic could be a whole episode.
So
it's not. So just like she was saying, getting comfortable in front of the camera is important. It's very important to be comfortable in front of the camera, and not just comfortable in front of the camera for yourself.
For sure.
But she was taking those pictures and posting them from MySpace days.
MySpace, okay, bro. I would have 100-something pictures to look through.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
So that she was also taking in other people's opinions of what she looked like physically.
Yeah, there were some pictures I would look at and I would literally say to myself, oh, I can't post that. Like, I would literally say to myself, like, oh, I think this is too much. You know what I mean? My family's going to say something or whatever, but fuck it. You eventually grew out of it. At least I did.
So we're getting into the meats and potatoes now.
Yay, I love meat and potatoes.
Your first scene, I just love meat. But I do love potatoes too.
Yeah.
But I really love meat. So your first scene, right? Was it independent, or did you work with a company?
That was definitely independent. I've been independent. Yeah, I've only.
Have you always been independent?
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I've always been independent.
I love it.
Started. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So yeah, get it out the mud. Do your own shit. It's possible.
Man, listen, you got to start somewhere.
I love it.
Your first scene. People always think that like their first scene is gonna be like, oh my God, bomb.com. Your first scene may suck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It may not, or it may not meet your expectations. Right, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's like doing anything. It's like fuck. I hate.
And it may be something that takes off later. Yeah. Like I have old ass scenes that these YNs are looking at now, like the shit just came out yesterday.
Right.
And I'm like, boo, I'm 43. I was 27.
Right.
But they don't care. But you can buy it again.
Yeah, and that's the thing about content. It can keep selling.
That's why it's important to own your own shit.
You said it.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's definitely important to own your own shit, or at least a piece of it. Be smart about it.
There's always gonna be people that never saw your shit. Remember that. Like she just said.
Yes. So this first scene, it was independent. How did it come about? Who arranged it?
So I'll say my first. So that was like, I hate the word collabs. You know what I mean? This was when like I really did collabs or whatever, because I was just starting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
so that's what you do. You have to network. You have to reach out to people. In my case, since I'm the woman, though, I had people reaching out to me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like men want to fuck all the time. Yeah. So, you know, they'll be like, oh, I'm a new up and coming content creator. Oh yeah, come work with me, whatever. So yeah, like we set that up, and it went well. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as long as you work with people who seem like they know what they're doing, you know, other than just people always be like too focused on like numbers, like how many followers people have, and like how they look. Like they're always basing stuff on like stuff that doesn't matter. What does your work look like? Do you have a business going? Do you have like a camera? Like how this is all set up here? Like, do you have anything remotely close to this? I'm not saying it has to be like, it might not be 100% perfect. You know what I'm saying? But at least
you at least know what the hell you're doing.
Get a damn ring light set up.
You care about what your stuff is gonna look like.
You can get all this shit on Amazon. Like I don't want to hear it. Nowadays,
it's at Walmart in a whole kit now.
Yes.
They got a whole content creator.
So there's no excuse. Nobody's saying you got to spend like thousands of dollars like right away, because you don't even know if this shit's gonna pop off for real. So just start off with basic shit. You could fucking record with an iPhone. iPhones do amazing. A lot of my scenes are shot on iPhone.
Love it.
You wouldn't even know. So like, Yeah, that would be my fucking advice. Just try to just look for other things in people. Look at their business, what they got going for
So
themselves.
who was your first scene with?
So I'm gonna say my first official. Okay.
Why is it so hard though?
Because
you're thinking like first official scene.
Yeah,
versus...
yeah. Because I'm thinking, all right, like I did like some like content like with some guys or whatever that like was,
Okay.
like on my phone.
Okay, first thing that I can find.
I remember my first trip. Okay, I could say I remember my first content trip when I got tested and like I did all the tests.
Yes,
yeah, so
all of the things that should be happening.
Right.
Yes.
So that I would consider like my first like real like I was flying out to Vegas.
Okay.
For the first time.
And you shot with
and I
who?
was going with a lot of people. Well, because it was
the
a content
first
trip.
one? Really?
That's why I was like, shit. I was like, fuck. Yeah, so.
Can you say his name on camera? You can tell me in my ear if you don't want to.
The devil is his name.
I won't tell. I promise I won't do it. Who?
You don't even know.
No, tell me.
Yo, I don't know if he does content anymore.
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, so I guess we could consider him my first scene. Yeah.
So were you together then?
No.
This was
I
already
had just met him.
This was already an ex.
I had just met him. Like about 2 weeks before a few weeks before I was planning my Vegas trip. And I was reaching out to people who lived in Vegas.
So this was the introduction.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I had never met him.
That's a hell of an introduction.
I had never met him in person. Like we FaceTimed and stuff like that, obviously.
Have I dated anybody I filmed with?
Now you're thinking.
Not really. No.
Yeah, that wasn't even supposed.
I had to think for a minute.
That wasn't even supposed to happen,
You
really.
don't count.
I mean, you don't count.
That was different.
So that was different. No, yeah. So that was, but I wasn't just gonna shoot with him. I had a couple people that I had planned to shoot with, because that was my first real content trip, and I needed to get a few scenes done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, to really get this shit going.
Damn.
So, tell me about it.
Did you know? Did you know that you were gonna shoot with him?
Yeah. Like we planned it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
yeah. Like I had planned out a few scenes with a couple guys, and like he just happened to be
one of the guys.
He was like my first scene when I got there. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, actually, it's sad when I think about it.
Well, you were like my welcome back scene. Hi. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Literally in the scene, like after he.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh wow.
Like I'm looking back.
Welcome back. That's fucking funny. So yeah, that was a time. Go subscribe.
But yeah, that was a time. That's hilarious though. So how everyone always asks like how difficult are relationships in the industry and all that. But hear me out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about. Let me see how I phrased my question. I want to be accurate, because I was very purposeful.
Right. You're very purposeful with all your questions, though.
So have you been able to have a real romantic relationship in the industry?
No.
Okay.
No.
And what have been the biggest challenges that you've encountered?
I need a drink. Does anybody have a drink?
Cocktail.
This is definitely a time for that, because damn, man.
Here.
Yeah. Because fuck.
I told you we were going to get into some real shit.
I don't mind it, because fuck. But no.
I have a real
I don't
regular shit.
No, you're right. No, because this is facts. This is real life, and I'm glad you're asking these questions, because fuck. So yeah, it's because at first when I got like with him, right, I thought to myself, okay, I need to be with someone who's in the industry, because people outside the industry don't understand.
Yes.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's just, I think that's what a lot of people think, but then you have your own experiences, and then that can kind of go left. I think a bad man is a bad man. I don't care if you do porn or you fucking shovel shit.
From the outside looking in, I saw enough to know that wasn't going to work for me. Mm-hmm. So I didn't.
You got the drinks. You hear it pouring.
I'm terrified.
I'm terrified. But
just don't don't pour real heavy for either of us. You already know.
Yeah,
that.
Jesus Christ.
And if there's any fruit left, throw that in there.
Ah. So I would say that.
I don't care what.
So like I think the whole idea that if you're in the industry, like you need to be with someone in the industry. I personally don't think that that's true anymore. That's what I used to think, but no. I think that while I think it's rare, it is possible to find people who are not in the industry who understand the lifestyle. I mean, I'm not going to say it's literally a dime a dozen, but
I feel that's true.
Yeah, there are some people because I see it. I see people in relationships.
I feel there's people. I feel there's people who kind of on both sides. I've seen where I've dated people who had no idea who I was, and kind of came to find out, or I had to tell them. And I've been on the other side where they did know, out the gate. You know, weren't a fan or anything like that, but just were familiar with, you know, my name. I don't think it made a difference either way.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, like I don't feel like. Ooh.
Blueberry, right?
Yeah, blueberry lemonade.
Yeah.
And you could throw some blueberries in mine. Thank you. Thank you, bartender.
The bartender back here. Producer, everything. He does it all.
He really does. Like, he sings his ass off. That's why I invited you to karaoke, too. He can sing his ass off.
Okay.
He's up for best fucking R&B singer in the 804 right now.
I love
the
that
voting
for
just
you.
closed
I gotta
today.
hear you sing.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing. Videographer, photographer, cinematographer,
we love that
engineer,
about a man.
Producer.
Look at him.
Rapper.
No, I know, but we love that. But
R&B
because
singers.
of you, we're able to have this.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Our shit wouldn't look this fly.
Hell no. Hell no. We just be talking to each other with an iPhone.
With the goddamn microphone falling over. And I'm mad about it.
But so okay, so what was the okay, so
what challenges?
Man, challenges. Okay, so
did you face?
Really, it's trust. Because in this industry, you're going to work with other people. I think some people have this idea that I'm going to get in this industry and I'm going to be able to fuck whoever I want, but she's not, or vice versa. And it's kind of what happened. But I mean, we're in the porn industry. Like, don't think that just because you're going to get with someone that all of a sudden they're going to stop having sex with all these people because it's literally their job. You're going to ask them to stop doing their job. It's kind of silly, right? So... But that's what I would say. It would be trust because, okay, it's like we know we're fucking other people, but you know, our boundaries being crossed. Like, are you, you know, are you just filming? Are you staying? Are you staying and laying up with this motherfucker afterwards and talking about your fucking life goals and shit like that? You know what I'm trying to say? But and then some people, you know, they could be in open. We have to respect people who are in open, non-monogamous relationships as well. Thank you very much. So
hold on, because you sliding into my next question.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you right there though. So I'll just give you both of them then, right? So
very good, thank you.
So first, I hit my mic. Did I mess something up? Okay. So first question, what does loyalty look like to you now versus
holy shit
5-10 years ago, right?
Damn.
And then second part of the question is, do you believe in monogamy for yourself, or does love look different now that you've seen as much as you've seen?
I love these questions. I love both of them. So it's crazy because even a few years ago, I was very monogamous.
This is
yes, very good. I used to think, look, a fucking bartender over there.
Yes, he don't do this for me at home. He be trying to kill my ass.
Like he's looking like, what do you mean?
My cup will be clear. What is this?
This is some real drink shit.
Got juices and berries and bits of lemon and.
I love this. I love it. We're getting restaurant quality.
All the bullshit. So I already felt like dudes wasn't shit.
Right. You're from an early age.
Honestly, just because that's all I saw. Because Panamanians are some of the best womanizers in the world. Truth be told, like they really professionals. Panamanian men.
Talk you out your drawers.
Talk you out your drawers and sell them back to you. So, look.
Spit my shit out.
Look. talk you out your pantaloons and sell them back to you, because
that's crazy.
They are professionals. So I done seen it firsthand,
Right.
generation to generation. My great grandfather died at 92 with a set of twin 3-year-olds.
Wait. 92? They could still have kids at that age. Like, what? Their sperm don't stop working, huh? That's crazy. How many kids did he have?
Needed to be new. He had 4 generations of children. Jesus. His son has 3 generations of children behind. We done seen it all.
Right.
There's nothing that I haven't seen. That's like
crazy.
We done seen the aunties throwing boiled honey on the husbands for them being tired of being cheated on. Yeah, my uncle got skin graft surgery behind that. We done seen not all 4, because that's how I know the insurance covers it. If you slash all 4 of the tires, you gotta slash 3 of the tires and 6 of the 8 windows for insurance not to cover it. So just saying, if you happen, just you can Google that information. I didn't tell you that information.
I didn't tell you that.
You can AI that information, right? But we seen it all. Right. So it was like we seen so much crazy. I've never really been one to have a whole lot of faith in relationships, to be honest.
Rightfully so.
It's always like,
this is what it is, right? Right. This is the fucking craziness.
This is all I fucking got. This is what you got.
Right.
What's right in front of you. Yeah, it definitely gets wild. So you got all this business going on, right? And now I heard you have a podcast coming up. And you've got this business degree. So tell me, because everybody, I don't know why people think that adult entertainment is strictly fucking, right? Like that's all we do. Like
that's 5% of the job.
Nonstop. 5%. Like we out here like rabbits. Like I don't know. Talk about how you incorporate your business sense and that business degree into your everyday life and into your business, and how you're growing things and what you've got coming up that folks can look forward to. Right.
That's also a really good question. Thank you very much. So, I would say this. I like that you said that people think it's fucking, because that's literally 5% of the job. If you really want to make money from this shit, like if you're serious, then you need to lock the fuck in. It means that you need to learn how to edit, and if you don't have an editor, guess what? You got to pay someone to do it. I don't care. Like
Rel Triple X.
Yes, you got.
He edits.
Yes, there you go.
He's probably gonna edit this episode. Penny 3 times.
So you have to be serious about your business. I think a lot of people think that, the whole OnlyFans craze, they just think that, all you got to do is like post a video and you'll make all this money.
Nah.
If that was really the fucking truth,
everybody be paid.
Everybody would be paid. But no, if you don't do shit,
then you won't get shit.
If you don't push your
content, account last month showed that. Y'all need to go to my page.
You're so fucking funny. But if you don't put in the work, it's going to show. Right? I mean,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, so, I've been busy.
Right.
Shit.
She said, so cute.
Life been
lifing. No, but so like, okay, I
gotta get on my shit.
I'm gonna give y'all a quote from. It was actually from one of my old bosses. He was actually the district manager. He said some shit to me that I'll never forget, because I still hold it to this day. He was giving me advice on. I was working at T-Mobile. He's giving me advice on sales and shit, because it's commission based. And I used to say, oh well, sometimes I don't like to oversell because I'm like nervous or whatever. He was like, listen, those people don't care about your pockets, so don't care about theirs. And I was like, well, I'll be fucking damned. And I mean, it's true, because it was commission based, so it was like the more I sold, the more money I got. You know what I'm saying? So
because if you didn't have it, you wouldn't spend it.
No. So I mean, my business degree, I don't need to go to school, really. But, I mean, it's nice to have. It sits on my wall, the diploma. Okay, great. But, I mean, I did learn a couple things, from my various classes that I would say have definitely helped
Served you well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then even working my customer service jobs. Like, listen, anybody who's in customer service, and you do porn after, you're going to see a lot of similarities.
Yes.
It's 100%. It's the same shit. Yes. Customer service. You're selling a product. In this case,
yes.
You're selling yourself. Product. You are the product. So that's...
You are your product.
So it's a little bit off because of that, but I promise you, it's extremely similar. So all of my little fucking retail jobs I had definitely have helped me deal with different personalities, with people, with different sales techniques. Like I promise you, like, so even if you think that the job that you have right now is meaningless, I promise you, someday it'll help. This is dealing with people is a fucking skill in itself.
Yeah.
And then dealing with customers is another skill.
Yeah.
So, and then you just gotta be a hustler. I mean, up to me, you know, but that the school didn't teach me that. Fuck that.
So what do you have coming up that folks can look forward to?
So my podcast, like, thank you so much for
You're
shouting out
welcome.
my podcast. We're on a podcast. I'm just telling you about my podcast.
What's it called?
Shout out to Rizzy. It's called Explicitly Yours. So me and my roommate, my best friend, Charisma DeLuca, we have just started. We filmed a few episodes for you guys, and it is launching July 6th. We are aiming for Sunday drops after July 6th.
And where can we find Riz?
Rizzy, so you can find her on Charisma DeLuca.
Everywhere?
Listen, everywhere. Charisma DeLuca, the BBW baddie on Twitter. Or just go to my page. She's tagged in all my shit, but just Google her. You'll find her.
And what's the podcast going to be about?
So we're going to talk a little bit about everything about sex, relationships. It's really going to be, I don't want to say it's just all going to be about sex, but because, I mean, even with this conversation, we show that there's a lot more to it than just the physical, you know, fucking part of it. Like, there's a lot of mental and emotional shit that goes on behind the scenes. And we want to talk about, like, our lives, like, real shit. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. She don't sugarcoat anything. So it's just, we're going to talk about real shit. Every episode is obviously going to be different. We're going to have guests on. Like, we have a lot of things planned. So
love it.
Stay tuned. Yeah, we're very excited about it.
Love it. So if you weren't doing any kind of entertainment work, right? And, you know, nothing to do with adult content or anything.
Right.
What would Kat Ayala be doing?
So this is another good question.
Because I'm going to tell you what I think you should be doing.
I believe that I'm a healer. Sometimes I try to heal the wrong people, but so one of the things that I have planned for myself is I'm going back to school to get my master's, and I want to become a therapist. Yeah, so that's something that I've been talking about.
That's very fitting for your personality.
Yeah, for sure. So that is
very fitting for your personality.
That I would say is definitely something I would do. I took such an interest in psychology and sociology classes.
You know what I was thinking?
College. What's up?
TED Talks.
That would be me. I got so much to fucking talk about.
I was thinking TED Talks. Like, you would make a killing.
No, but, and also too, I genuinely like to help people because I know how it is to feel like alone and lost. And you don't feel like no one fucking relates to you or no one cares. So like, I just genuinely want to be that person to talk to people. And I feel like a lot of times we can't take our own advice. We can take the advice from others. So that's something that's in the works. For sure, little by little. So,
what is your softest trait? What's like
my ass? No, I'm just playing.
We know that's soft and juicy. But what's the one thing that people rarely get to see that when they do, they're like locked in and you know they fall in love with your ass? What's that kryptonite? What's your softest trait?
I'm like I was saying, I'm a healer, and I'm also like a
nurturer.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
I'm a nurturer. I'm Pisces shit, right? I'm telling you, man, we don't fucking, for our own fucking good, man.
It's fucking awful.
I'm telling you. No, I'm definitely a nurturer, and like I like to do things for people. It doesn't know, but you know what I'm talking about, right? She's laughing because this nurturer shit is some bullshit sometimes.
It's funny because it's true.
Because, man, it's
like God, so, Kat. Oh, Christ on a cracker.
Not Christ on a cracker is crazy.
Christ on a cracker, the Holy Eucharist.
I'm going to start using that. But it's not even just like, I like to let the other person know that I'm thinking about them, that I care about them. So it don't even just got to be like, I got to buy you something or whatever, but like me cooking you something or showing
up randomly and bringing you something just to say hi. I mean, maybe just randomly suck your dick.
You know what
Morning head.
just something.
shit.
Or if you know
just
someone,
to remind you that you're fucking awesome.
If you know someone's going through a hard time, like I'm very, very nurturing to people who I know are like
want to
going
be
through
there,
something.
want to help.
I'm constantly checking in, and like, hey, you want some soup? You want roses? Like, what do you need? Tell me. Like, I got you. Or if I know you well enough, then I know what to get you. I know what to do for you. So
this is why people love and hate Pisces, because once you lose one, you done.
They'll be like, damn, I don't get the same treatment anymore. Yeah, you went to a bum ass bitch. Not my fault.
Like, at least sheet up. I don't know how you would possibly, but I mean,
right.
Anyway,
now you mad she don't do nothing for you. Oh well.
So when the camera's off and you're just kept, what brings you peace? Because you always on the go.
I am always
so when
on the
you
go.
Besides this pen, and some awesome flour,
besides weed,
what brings you peace? What is it that is your go-to when you're just done?
I work out a lot now, and I also I like to go out in nature and stuff like that. So especially when there's a lot going on in my head, I feel like I say all the time, I feel like my brain is like a tab, like I have 8 tabs open all the time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's how I feel.
Yes. That's our life, though.
Yeah.
That's our life.
Literally. So I just feel
people ask, they'll just see me like zoned out, and they're like, "Well, what are you thinking?" Everything.
Right. And I'm like, which thought do you want me to pull out? Because I have like 10 going on right now.
There's like 45 happening at the same time.
Exactly.
And you've been like, you're super fit.
Thank you.
I try. And I hate doing this because I hate when it's done to me. But I know everyone wants to see you, and I do too. And I don't understand why you don't have like a fitness series. But can you please stand up?
Sure.
Can you just, because I just need y'all to clock this T real quick. I
look like the Knicks. I'm blue and orange.
One time, real quick. Because God, look, and this is, hold on, I'm in heels. I'm gonna help y'all out. I'm gonna take my heels off, because y'all always try to talk about me being short.
Wait till you stand next to me.
I'm finally taller than someone in life. So, because even my child is taller than me at this point. But I absolutely love it. Hold on, we got to turn around. Hold on.
Oh, look at me going the wrong way. Right? Yeah.
I love it. But you are so fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
So, I know your workout routine is insane, and
no, I mean, it's
I'm just gonna take these off.
I work out a few times a week. Yeah, take them off. Get comfortable.
But why haven't you, or have you considered doing a workout series video or something?
I'm gonna do it. I have so much on my fucking
because
plate.
I can't imagine that people wouldn't want to see. I would. I need a trainer.
She said, I need a trainer. No, but for real, so I do it. My physical obviously means a lot to me, but like mental, I do it for my mental as well.
Yeah.
That's when I'm in the gym. Don't fucking talk to me. That is like people come up to me and I'm like, if I take this AirPod out, I'm gonna be annoyed. Like, what the fuck do you want? Like I when I'm there, I zone the fuck out. My AirPods are in. I'm listening to music or a podcast.
You're in a whole nother world.
Because that's my time.
That's your place.
To just, or if I'm out hiking, it's the same thing. I put my headphones on and I'm walking. Yeah, especially now the weather's nice. Shit, I'll be out.
Definitely got to come back to Richmond.
They got places out here, don't they?
First off, we have like more state parks here per capita than anywhere else in the country.
Yeah.
Just like in Central Virginia, like I was telling you, there's 4 state parks all within like
I would love that.
Within like 6 to 10 miles. It's crazy.
I would love that.
There's some awesome places here I'd love to share with you. I like hiking too.
Thank you. Yeah. I would love to go. Shit.
Yeah, we definitely
threaten me with a good time.
Have you back. Definitely got to have you
smoke
back
some weed on the hike.
And the weather's a little crazy right now. But there's always the river.
Like I was about to say, also like in later time of the day when you're not frying out like a egg yolk.
But we go. I haven't gone this last. I did go earlier last summer, but we'll go floating on the river.
I'm all with the
and
shit.
Just do some tubing.
Yeah, I love tubing.
Yeah, and cook out. Yeah,
that's
awesome.
That's my language.
Yay.
I love summertime.
804, we're gonna get her back. That's dope. Yeah, that'll be dope. We'll put something together. I'm getting ready to move, but I'm having a pool party at my place before I move to, and I was gonna invite Bev anyway, so I'll invite you and your roommate too. That'll be a lot of fun. Yay!
Yay!
We get her back. All right, let's see. What do we have next for you? So, closing question. Right? Years from now, when people say your name, what do you hope that they'll remember?
How good my pussy was. I'm just kidding. And still is. No.
She got that wet. Yo.
Just saying. 410 mattress, Sophie. Look it up. So, with all that being said, I'll be funny as hell. Okay, but so really, realistically, I want people to know me that of having like being funny, of being relatable, of being
just
like
being real.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people in this industry who are fake as shit. That's why I don't fuck with a lot of people.
Indeed.
Y'all fake. Y'all talk about people. Y'all talk about people who are supposed to be your friends. I'm confused. That's why you're not gonna be my friend, because you're gonna talk about me too. So either way, I'm a very genuine person. Everything I say, I literally say. I don't gotta say shit I don't mean. If I tell you your hair looks pretty today, I didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
Or just like I say, you look disgusting. I didn't have to say it, but I felt like I needed to. So either way, I'm just a genuine person, and I have a lot of love in my heart for all people. I'm not even trying to be like on some corny shit. I feel like more for women because we have it harder in life. Don't fucking argue with me. So I want people to really remember me as being like a person in the, especially in the sex work community, who made a difference, because there are a lot of things that I want to do. Like, this is by no means, I have a long life to live. So there's a lot that I want to get done, and there's a lot that I want to do that's not even about me or for me. So that's what I want people to remember me as, is someone who had a great personality. She could talk to everybody, but also helped her community, and it wasn't like always about me. I think in this industry, a lot of it is about us and about how we're making our money, what scenes we're shooting with who, and blah, blah. But like,
but what can you build?
what can you build? What legacy can you build? What can you leave behind? What can you do that's gonna help people when you're gone? When you're, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna ask both sides of this. Is there anyone you haven't worked with yet that you would want to? And is there anyone that you've regret working with?
Oh shit!
But wait, hold on. I'm gonna sip that one with you. Okay, hold on. This is the hot seat.
It's a hot seat.
It's the hot seat. Okay. You can either, if there's somebody that you regret that you want to say, you can. If you want to whisper it to me, you can whisper it to me. But we need to know, because I'm gonna go look them up.
Because goddamn, there's a list. Fuck. Who's gonna get picked out of the hat? Well, obviously, I mean, my ex being one of them.
Give me a top 3 that you regret.
Well, like
you regret your ex? Yeah. So y'all don't get along?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, you already know who you are.
No.
So we ain't gotta say your name.
No. A bunch of videos.
She ain't fucking with you.
No, a bunch of her videos are still up because like they're just old and whatever. But I don't look at them. When they go on my Twitter, I delete them. Cause my
who owns them? He owns them?
No, I do, but I'm saying like I still have the video.
People are still purchasing them. Oh well, then fuck it.
I
money green.
Right? No, I sold the videos for cheap as fuck. I was like, you guys want
$1.99 special?
Give a shit. Keep reselling it because people like to watch cheap porn. So
Indeed.
So he would probably be my number one, because every time like I see a scene with him pop up, I'm like, scroll out. Fuck.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm glad I never dated anybody in the industry.
Yeah, because that was an easy one for
that
me,
would,
man.
yeah,
Like,
that would irritate. That would
and because I had so many scenes with him. It wasn't just like we were together. So we had a catalog.
Couples content.
Yes. We had a catalog.
Oh, so I can find him easy then.
Unfortunately,
I know what I'm looking at tonight.
Yeah. Just scroll back to like a year and a half ago, 2 years, and you'll see the same skinny motherfucker. You'll see. Got to be him, right? Because I was the only one I was fucking at that time. That's the only one I was allowed to fuck.
So y'all had rules and regulations.
Oh, it was very much one-sided, though.
Oh.
He was fucking every bitch in San Antonio. If we're being honest, like, I mean, out here looking crazy, but it's cool. It's fine. You live and you learn, right? Yeah. And then the one time I went to go work with somebody else. It was World War fucking III.
Oh, well.
You don't even want to know. That shit went crazy.
So what's the difference for you between being what's considered a porn star versus a content creator?
A content creator, damn it, because everybody's a content creator these days.
Yeah, everybody and their daddy.
For sure.
So nephew and everything.
No, for real. And this is probably, I like that you asked that because I think this is gonna answer a lot of people's questions. For real, for real. Because I get a lot of men asking to get into the industry and blah, blah, blah. And one of my biggest hang-ups is testing, right?
Yes.
So we have to get tested by we have protocol that we have to follow, right? So we can't just go to Quest. We can't just go to our doctor and get a routine lab work. Like that's not gonna fucking fly. And I noticed that content creators, they'll go ahead and do the Quest and all that shit. Yeah. And I'm not saying that that's bad. Like it's good to know your status. Don't get me wrong.
Right. But there's a whole lot of other stuff that we looking for.
It's a whole other criteria.
Just a standard panel
no.
That your insurance don't cover.
Right. That
because they want to know why the hell you need testing for gonorrhea of the throat. Right?
What the fuck is MGen? Like, they're going to be like, you don't need that. Yeah.
They want to know why you need this kind of testing. Yes. And it's going to require all kind of pre-authorizations and shit that you're not going to want to have to explain to your husband and or wife or partner. Okay? So...
Right. And you're going to have to come out of pocket. And also, too, you have to pay for this testing.
Yeah, this every
testing,
30 days.
This testing is not covered by insurance.
Every 30 days.
You got to come out of pocket to pay for your... That's probably one of my biggest hang-ups is that. And then, obviously, the lack of professionalism, right?
Yeah.
So, like, porn stars... Most of the time, you know, they have agents and stuff like that. Like, they've worked on real sets. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So they know what's expected of them.
Right.
But, like, content creators, like, they're
I think local, that was the beauty. You know? Like, I'm just now starting to understand, I guess, like, the internet side of being a porn star. Like, I've lived the industry side. And it is very different because to me, and we kind of had this conversation that everything starts to kind of look the same.
Right.
Or have the same storyline or that sort of
redundant.
Thing. Yeah,
for sure.
So what do you feel that you bring? We know your signature, right? We know the signature. But what do you feel that you bring that's really just authentically you?
Right. Well, not to sound like a pompous asshole, but
no,
like
not at all.
But it's me. No,
it's like your energy,
because I create the porn that I want to see.
Yes,
and that's no bullshit. Like I don't do this like fake.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. Y'all know you watch my porn and you know that I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Because you talk shit too, which I love.
Yeah. I'm very like authentic. Like I have. The sex that I have on camera is the sex I hope to have off camera.
Yes.
So I like to bring that aspect because I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch this mainstream shit. It's trash.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. Like it's all the same shit, for me, same storyline, step brother, step sister. I'm like, can y'all stop fucking each other's family members?
So a lot of people always ask industry professionals like who's their top 3 or top 5 male and female or whatever. And for me, it's hard because, like, I don't watch anything mainstream. You know what I mean? Or, like, I'll still watch older shit. Yeah, like, I'll still go back to old shit.
And shit.
I go back to old faithful, right? Like, for me, it's, or just, like, certain fetish shit that's my thing. So, do you have... Because you're not dating then. Or are you dating? But not, okay, so not dating. So, do you have... a go-to something?
Black men.
Okay.
Like, what do you...
But what's... I feel you there. Yeah. Yes, I definitely love chocolate. But what... the black and the berry, the sweet and the juice.
I'm saying though.
Okay, but what's your... Okay, pull out your phone. Where's your phone? Get her phone. Get your phone. We gonna get into some real shit real quick. Hold on.
Let's see.
First off, she pulled up listening to Bad Bunny. Let's start there.
Yes.
Okay.
I did. Let me not bust my ass.
Let's start there. All right. So open whatever Pornhub, X video, whatever whatever you were looking at.
Right.
What's your last video search?
My last BBC. I don't get too complicated
Just
with me.
flat out big black cock. But what was the last video you watched?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
God.
You see, it's all black guys.
He's like, just big black dick. That's it. Yo, there's no consistency.
I be over here like fucking uploading my videos and shit. I'm like, oh wait, hold on.
Okay, hold on. Wait, so which one did you watch? Which one did you actually watch? What was
all of these?
You wait, she got them saved.
Well, no, that's in my history. So you got my whole history.
I'm screaming right now. Okay, hold on. Arabic big butt and big tit slut Roxy Sinner.
Roxy, shout out to Roxy. She's a very good performer.
That's your roommate.
No, that's not my roommate.
Oh no,
she's another performer, but yeah.
I was like, okay, no, because I don't know her. I was like, wait, that's the roommate?
No.
We need to meet. Roxy Sinner enjoys deep dick down and face fucks by people. So that's by Digital Climax. That looks. I might need you to send me that.
Send me the link.
Okay, so Roxy's also in the second. So maybe Roxy could be at
Roxy's
least
dope. Roxy's
in
a couple of her videos. Hey, look, Roxy's videos popped up on the X videos page and the home page.
Get sloppy on it. She is fine though.
See? Okay. There's no much variation with my shit.
Alana Buns. What the fuck? Yo!
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so some of like the anal videos I watch out of just like how can you do that? Like
Jesse Rogers.
Yeah.
Blackened naughty cheater. I would definitely I'll definitely be checking that out. And I would highly encourage you to do the same. Bang Bros, shout out to Bang Bros. They're dope. That's Jesse. Okay, so we will say that Jesse Rogers, Elena Buns, and Roxy Sinner are your top three.
Well, I mean, because I searched the BBC and then, you know.
And clearly they running shit. And some Brazil bitches. Okay. Here's that.
We got a question? What's up?
So what is your kinks or fetishes?
That was my next question.
Oh, that's so crazy. How are y'all on the same page like that?
So it's actually a two-part question. So what's the craziest thing that you've seen on set? And then what's like your favorite kink to participate in?
Okay,
so I'm sure you've tried lots of things and not everything you may have liked,
right,
but what's your favorite?
So is cream pies a kink? Yeah, right? Yeah, that's my shit.
I like
But it's not with everybody though. Don't fucking think you're gonna
indeed.
Chill.
But that shit is sexy.
But that definitely is like when it's with the right person.
Yes.
So that was easy. And then what was the other one again?
What's the craziest thing you've seen
on set? Oh, motherfucker didn't wash his ass. Didn't wash his dick, period, before I sucked it. That was great.
Oh, ain't no way.
Yeah, way. I talked about it on my podcast because like I'm still traumatized.
No, we would have had to start the scene in the shower.
That shit's crazy. Because I went ahead and washed up like I always do, even if I don't need to. I don't care. I do it anyway.
Ain't no way.
And he didn't. I thought he was gonna go in after me, and he did not.
You funky bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Let's get into it.
And I'm gonna ask her when we done, and
Yo!
I'm gonna talk about you.
Who was it?
Just know that I know that you know that your nuts stink.
I'm gonna give it to you like Bud would have gave it to you. We want to know.
I do want to know though. Shout his dusty dick ass out.
D-Ruff, next time please clean yourself. But he knows that that's why I won't work with him anymore. So I don't know why.
Because you had the nerve.
I don't know why he
the
tries.
Audacity, the unmitigated gall to
It did not smell good down there.
with your dank dick.
You could have just showered after I did, but you didn't.
You could have went and rinsed your dick off in the sink.
And you were at a funeral all day.
I can't. He had dead dick. Okay.
Jesus Christ. D-Ruff, you might be a good person, but just wash your dick. That's all I gotta say.
So cream pie fetish.
Yeah.
We've already been through what type of porn you like. Would you say that there's difficulties in particular being a Latina in the industry?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're seen as like the maids and shit like that. You know what I mean? Which
you mean like the roles that they constantly...
And I just...
You know what? That would get on my fucking nerves,
yeah.
too.
Or I'm always picked like, oh, why don't you play the angry Latina? Which I do very well. Like, they always want me to do that. I'm like, I'm not always this fucking angry. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
No, but, and that's honestly a big reason why I want to own my own production company one day. Because there's not many. Like, even though there's, like, you could go search on any porn site, there's plenty of Latinas, but why aren't they producers? Why don't they have their own production companies? Like, what's going on here? We need representation. We already have it in the filming aspect, but now we need to be behind the camera. And I think that's, like, where the change really starts, to be honest. So, like, I just feel like there's not proper representation.
It's definitely...
And we do so much work in, like,
it's
in
definitely
the
a big difference. I can say that, out of the things that I've put out thus far, which hasn't been a whole lot on my own, I've made as much as what I did getting a check.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So that I feel good about. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely about having the right production and the right marketing. So with that part being said, how important do you feel like social media is in what we do?
It is. It's important because it's another marketing tool. It's another way to promotion. And if you want to reach out to people in the vanilla world, which this is where we are, we're in the very much digital age. Yeah. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like all these different...
So where can people find you on all of those platforms?
Spanish Barbie. Bees with 2 eyes, though. So you literally, you could Google... It could be Spanish Barbie or Spanish X Barbie because that's my website. But either way, it's Barbie with 2 eyes, and you'll find all my fucking porn links. You'll have a great time. So you'll be kept busy.
What's your thoughts on OnlyFans, and are you on OnlyFans?
I have two OnlyFans pages. They deleted my one page because I was talking about escorting. You can't do that on there.
Yeah, you can't.
So they took that shit.
You can't talk about meeting up.
No.
So all of that bullshit
on any of and not even just on OnlyFans.
This is why I don't respond.
Right.
You can't talk about meeting up in person. So if I'm not responding to you and you're wondering why, it's because you're talking stupid and haven't read the bylaws. Yeah. And I don't want to get my page deleted again.
Yeah. So and that's true for any porn, like any site. Like they're not trying to. It's illegal. So they're not trying to be a part of that. So I've had my fights with OnlyFans. You know, I feel like it became way too popularized and commercialized, and like everybody just started to be like to the point where now people are like, oh, OnlyFans. It's like I have my own website.
You had your so what's your website?
SpanishXBarbie.com.
Okay.
And then I'm on X videos. I'm on Pornhub. I'm on like every major porn.
So everything that's on there you own.
Yeah.
Everything that's on Pornhub and things like that you own. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've done like paid stuff for producers and stuff. They have that. You know what I mean? But like. You'll find a lot of my shit. I have over 100 scenes on fucking X videos.
So what do you feel like in all of that? What do you feel like is your best and your worst scenes?
Well, my worst is with who.
Okay, well,
because I don't even want to fucking watch that shit anymore.
So what do you feel like was your best scene? What did you feel the best? What did you feel the most free in?
Damn.
What did you feel the prettiest in? Who did you feel you had the best chemistry with? And that could be different people.
Shit. One of my better scenes, and this was just because like it's something that I haven't done a full-blown orgy by myself yet because it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I know I say I want to, and then when I'm in the space, I'm like, I need help.
Yeah, yes, I could see that.
I'm like, actually, I'm not as ready for this as I thought. See that. But I did a scene, and I've done threesomes or whatever, but I did a scene a few months ago. Shout out to Slim Poke and Chocolate God, because they have 2 huge dicks. I don't know how the fuck I was gonna do it because they both have 2 huge dicks. You know, it's one thing if one guy has a little, you know, they're both average or one's a little bit smaller
or
than
one's
the other,
a medium,
but they were both
or
equally big.
Yeah.
And we made a great fucking scene, and that shit sells all the time. And like because you know my fans, they want me to see me get nasty and dirty, and I fuck black guys all the time, but it was like, oh, she got 2.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
And that shit, it was
awesome.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. That was a fire scene. And I mean, I feel like with most of my co-stars, I have good chemistry with. Probably like the second or third time we link up, because sometimes the first time you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, like you're not 100% comfortable with this person, but after y'all link up and y'all talk a little bit, get to know each other a little bit more, then your chemistry is there, and then the scene gonna be fire. At least that's what I think.
So
we could just be here all night talking.
You've answered who you hated working with.
Who did I love?
Who did you love working with?
I'm gonna be biased and say my friends. Yeah,
you don't have to be biased.
No, but like because I'm an energy person. So like I vibe with people who make me feel comfortable, who I feel safe around, who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm very like, I'm biased because I worked with a few of my friends, and since we're already comfortable with each other, like the shit just
clicks. And it's easy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we're working. It just feels like we're fucking this guy together. Like
that's why like I only filmed with pretty much the same 5 or 6 people because I got to know them and I was comfortable with them and it was who I kicked it with. So I get that. And that's who my best work was with.
Right. Because the chemistry was there. You feel comfortable. It says a lot.
Let's see, do we have anything else? Trying to see if I got them all. I think I actually got them all. I wasn't sure we would.
Like I said, we could be here all night talking.
I think we could. Yeah. Can you think of anything else? You got anything else, Triple X?
What's on your mind? I thought he has a question.
Have you ever did a fan fuck before?
Ooh, have you ever fucked a fan?
Yeah, I mean they pay me. No, but okay, all jokes aside, I do have one fan video that it's available on many vids and all my sites. So yeah, that is something I do because I've realized that you guys, even though I fuck these tall, nice looking black guys, most of y'all don't look like that.
So do you?
So they want to see me fuck like regular guys that look like them, and I'm all for it. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes. Do you also offer custom work as well?
Yes, absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love custom work.
They love it too. Yeah.
Do you like unsolicited dick pics?
No. That's actually my least favorite.
No one likes unsolicited dick pics.
Especially because most of the time they're ugly dicks anyway.
No, I'm good on that.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm good on the unsolicited. I only like unsolicited dick pics if I hear cha-ching.
Right.
With it.
Right, for sure.
If it's coming with a Cash App, then it's A-okay by me.
Yeah, because most of the time, but y'all be straight out the gate sending pictures. Yeah. I'm like, how you know I'm not going to send this to your mom? How do you know? Because we can really get down and dirty if you want.
I mean.
I'll be like, your son is sending porn stars pictures of his dick. He's trying to get into porn. What are you going to do about it? Just out his whole shit. Be like, your son is trying to get into porn. He'll be like, what? I don't care. You shouldn't send dick pics. Bye.
I probably get at least a dick pic a week.
Have I what? Sorry?
Being that you're independent and always been, have you ever thought to work with a company?
Yeah, I would like to work for like, I work for Pro-Am Studios, but I would like to work for a bigger company, like at least once, you know, do a browsers for the one time or whatever, you know.
What's your thought on ghetto gaggers?
First of all, I ain't doing that.
Right.
First of all, no offense. Yeah. And no offense to anybody who's been on there, because I don't judge nobody, whatever.
It's just a no for me.
It's just a no for me. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't, first of all, I have You see how tiny my mouth is.
And the degradation shit.
I got a small mouth anyway. You ain't finna get, you ain't doing nothing. I do the best I can when I'm sucking dick, and you like it anyway.
She said I do the best I can.
There's not much space, but they come back, so I guess it must not be that bad. So no, shout out to Ghetto Gaggers, but I ain't doing that. It's just not my style. And hey, if you could do that, if that's what you like, I don't shame I'm not gonna say I don't shame nobody, but I don't shame that.
I won't shame that.
It's just not for me. Ghetto Gaggers, you ain't finna gag me for shit. Fuck.
I love her.
Gag me for what? Because if I don't get like, I get where they're coming from, like with their brand and shit like that, but it ain't for me. And your shit ain't gonna be for everybody. So.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
Ghetto Gaggers.
Oh my goodness.
Any more questions?
I'm checking.
I could answer them all night.
I think
we're at a press conference.
What was your longest scene?
Longest? Oh man.
Oh shit.
Shortest.
Yeah.
So what was your longest?
Man.
What was your shortest? What was your
I would
best?
say my longest. Okay.
And your longest, shortest. I think you already said your best.
Yeah, I said my longest.
Longest scene.
Damn, was probably that fucking orgy.
How long?
It was almost an hour.
That's it?
That's it.
So what's funny is like,
That's
so
it.
you're talking about working with companies, right?
That was for a program company.
So I come from the Valley era where like you were probably on set for 3-4 hours.
It's longer than that.
At minimum.
Yeah, it's longer than that. People are like, if you're in LA, you're on set like all day.
All day. It's fucking ridiculous.
And sometimes people don't eat, like type shit.
Yeah, it's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
See, and it's funny. So like when I came in, like I said, I was BBW originally. So we really were kind of like considered like bottom of the barrel at the time. So it was not
not how it was now.
But I came in the door because I knew the backside because I dated a producer, so I knew what other girls were able to get. So I was like, well, I'm not doing this shit like that. Like, you gonna pay me like this? I'm gonna have my shit just like we did for you with fruit and water and some drinks and shit like that, making sure we have all this. I want my shit just like that. I want Daniel for my hair and makeup. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came and I demanded what the fuck I wanted. I demanded a higher rate. Yeah. For sure. So it kind of changed things a little bit for BBW girls that were kind of coming in through the Valley at the same time, because I would be in the damn AIM office like, yo, you bugging if you doing a $500 seed. Right. Like, you really fucking tripping. Right. And so it did kind of like up the ante for a lot of girls, because then we would go to certain producers together like, yo, it's 4 of us and we not working for less than, you know, 800 or 1,000 a scene for this and this, straight boy, girl, whatever they're willing to do. So do you feel like there was any point in time where you had to walk away from a bag to stand your ground?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, like, there's lots of people who offer me money, right? I mean, I feel like sometimes it's fucking scammy as shit anyway, but yeah, there are definitely plenty of times when people have, I mean, I can't think of one right now in particular, but there's been plenty of times people have offered me some shit. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. You know what I mean? Or even like I don't peg people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't.
Not your thing.
No, and with all due respect, but it's not.
It's just not your thing.
I'm not a dom.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah. That was another question I had. Was would you coin yourself as more of a dom?
I'm definitely more of a sub for sure. Yeah, not to everybody, but
so then is cream pie your only real kink?
Yeah, like I'm not like super into BDSM. Like you don't have to hit me or smack me or punch me in the face or anything like that.
No, nothing.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not into like. I'm cool.
I'm a voyeur. Like
and all that.
I'm a big voyeur. I love watching.
Right. It depends on who.
So
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I can watch too if it's 2 people that I love watching. Care about.
Well,
yeah. I don't know if it's ugly.
Yeah, I don't have to care.
See that
well,
shit.
Yeah. I don't have to care about them, but they do have to be attractive.
You have to find them attractive.
Yes,
for sure,
or at least something about them attractive. There has to be something that catches my attention. But yes, I get that. Got that.
What is your top 5 Mount Rushmore, female or male,
Ooh.
adult entertainment.
Oh wow. Top 5 for
Mount
each?
Rushmore. Who you
Shit.
putting up there?
And this could be retired people?
It could be whoever you want.
Anybody.
It could be porn star or content creator.
Damn. For men, I'm gonna start with the men first. I would say like Hollywood Cash, definitely. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Hollywood. He's definitely doing his thing. I would say Jack Slayer, because he's been doing this shit for a long time. He's still in the business. J-Mac, another guy who's been in the business a long time. I heard really good things. I'd like to work with him someday. I met him in person. Seems real cool. I'm more for guys who are like not fucking creeps and women abusers.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? And so that's what I'm thinking so hard right. I'm like,
Yes.
who the fuck doesn't have an allegation?
Who isn't an asshole?
Who doesn't have an allegation?
That doesn't have a charge pending.
Yeah, because there's some I'm like, I can't say that name right now.
Yeah.
So that's
Unfortunately.
You could. I would say like back in the day, Mr. Marcus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, did Lexington still get into any shit? I don't know. But these are two dudes that I used to watch. So yeah, I mean, Mr. Marcus, he was always a favorite of mine. I know he got into some
fucked
shit.
everyone I used to watch. That's how I got in the industry.
Right. So
yeah.
So then we got, okay, so I need, how many more? One more guy? Did I say? They're gonna be mad as fuck if I'm forgetting somebody. Don't be mad at me. Listen, I'm not working with you no more. Sorry. Who's the fifth? Hold on. I really got to think about this shit for a second. Well, I think damn, this says a lot about me.
You can leave it there.
No. There's got to be one more. One more guy. You're like, why can't I think right now? Hold on, let me go to the women. I'll come back to the men. Okay, so for women, I would say Queen Rogue. She's been doing this a long time. Yeah, definitely someone, she brings great energy all the time. Am I gonna say my roommate? She gonna be mad if I don't, but I love her to death. No, and there's not. She is a great performer. That's why she's my fucking friend. I don't hang out with bum bitches. Okay, so there's two. So who else?
Facts.
My other. This is gonna sound so biased. I'm friends with these people. Okay.
No, it's not.
My other homegirl, Lucy. Okay, shout out to Lucy. It's Lucy Ford. She's out in Arizona, but that's my homie. But like she does porn full time. Like she works for a porn company. She edits content and
dope.
So she knows her shit. Like that girl, love her to death. When we film, our scenes are so genuine and so like. We just start the camera. We started the camera. Like you don't even know.
And
you know
her
what
name
I mean?
is Lucy
Ford.
Lucy Ford.
Out of Arizona, out of Phoenix.
Love it.
Love her to death. And that's not even because she dead ass. She knows what she's doing. Like she literally works on professional sets every day.
That's what she does every day.
She's a producer. She does everything.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's 3, right? Let me do 2 more. Yo, my fucking brain is just fuck your mom. Oh, okay. I'll say what's her name? Oh, Violet Myers. Duh. Okay. Shout out to the Latina community. She definitely. I've never met her before. I would love to work with her. That's someone I would love to work with because I feel like in all her scenes she gives really great energy, and I've heard she's a very nice person. And I like that. I don't like mean girl energy, so I'm not gonna say you.
Shout out to Violet.
None of you fucking mean girls on here. So just Violet Myers.
Indeed.
And then 5th, I'm gonna go with Avery. My girl Avery Jane. Yeah, she's also been doing this for Pisces. Another fellow Pisces. She's also short. I didn't know Avery was that short till I met her. I was like, oh shit, bitch, we're the same height.
Is she teeny?
Yeah, she's literally my height. Yeah. So shout out to Avery Jane. She's been doing this a long time. I definitely admire her. She's gone through her stuff in the industry and she's very vocal about it, which I also respect. So if I listen, it ain't personal. If I please don't. Not. Wait, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to a guy. I still got the one more. Fuck. Who have I worked with recently? People are really gonna hate me after this shit. They're gonna be like, damn, my dick wasn't good enough. It's not that, bro. It's not that. Oh, I feel
Bugging.
dumb. I'm sorry, Isaiah Maxwell. I'm sorry.
Isaiah, she didn't forget you. We just put her on the
No,
spot.
I didn't fuck him yet. That's why. Because if I fucked him, he would have been number one. I've met him though. We've talked. Great guy. He's great. I need to fuck. That's someone I need to fuck immediately.
She just needs to fuck you.
I need to fuck him immediately. But yeah, shout out to Isaiah Maxwell.
Where's he at?
He's in LA. He's a big star. Like he's been doing this shit for a long time. I've been watching him, and like I said, I met him in person. I've talked to him, and he says yes, I want to work with you, and all this and that. So like we need to definitely work. So shout out to Isaiah Maxwell, because it's like him and Hollywood are like one of the two biggest. I feel like black actors right now, because they don't get into no shit. They're professional. They do what the fuck they gotta do. You don't hear their names in the middle of the bullshit. No, they do what the fuck they gotta do. They handle business, and they're good looking guys. They're good talent. Like, what else do you want from people? So
I love it.
Definitely, I'm sorry, Isaiah, but you are like definitely a top 5 for sure. So there we go. I did it after thinking about it for so fucking long.
So for those who are looking to start up in the industry of content creating,
she done talked about that.
What would you tell them? What would you say?
Like advice?
Yeah.
How to get into the industry?
Oh.
I would say, okay, so you need to start networking. You need to start going to events like Exotica and stuff like that. You need to start getting tested properly, because no one's going to even look at you the right way if you're not doing that, right? And obviously, if you're just starting out, no one's going to expect you to have a fucking website or any of that shit. So don't worry about that too much. You're going to build on that. You're going to work on that.
Just start getting your name out.
Exactly. You need to start networking. You need to start talking to the right people. I would say more so focus on talking to producers and people behind the scenes. Because some of these porn stars will say, I'll get you into Brazzers. They don't know shit. You need to talk to the right people. You know what I'm saying? When you go to these events, talk to producers. Go talk to different companies or whatever. Like, you just never know. And porn is a very, like, they know you by your name. Oh, yeah, like, it's word of mouth, right? So just making sure that, you're getting your foot in the door, and that people see your face and they're like, okay, yeah, that's so-and-so, right?
Yeah.
And just being professional, man. Like, you would think that's easy, but like, listen, I'm going to be real candid with you right now. When you talk to these white folks, talk to these white folks. Don't talk to them like you're talking to your homie. Like,
yeah.
Don't do that. Like, talk like you're at a fucking job interview.
Right.
Like, take this shit serious.
Correct.
You want these people to pay you and book you for scenes and shit like that. You can't come in there, like, you gotta act professional. You gotta have something going for them that'll make them say, yeah, you know what? I want to hire that man for scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're good enough, they'll keep using you and over and over again or whatever. So it's about how you present, how you carry yourself, because no one's gonna expect you to have all this shit out the gate, to have a business going and whatever. But like, you do have to be willing to put yourself out there, to talk to people. If you're not one of these people, I'm not comfortable talking to people.
And take it seriously. Then you have to actually treat it like a business.
This is your job.
That's what it is.
You ain't just gonna be uploading content and make all this money. Like, you gotta be serious.
It's just a hobby.
Right.
But if it's something that you're actually trying to do,
treat this like a job. Like, you're going on a job interview. You're talking to your boss. You're going to networking events and all that shit. Like, this is a job. So treat it like that. Like any other job you've had. Hopefully you've had a job before this. Because then if you didn't, shit. Jesus. You got some experience, shit.
You got anything else? You good? You ready for the outro?
Hey.
All right. Let's get this right. And there you have it. Real talk with a real woman. And the grind and the glow up. Spanish Barbie. You gave us the gems, the grit, and the grace. She's not just in the industry. She's owning her name, her narrative, and her next chapter. So thank you for joining us here at the Hotspot Lounge. Make sure that you follow the Hotspot Lounge on Instagram. Make sure that you follow me, Amber Swallows, 3X, Amber Swallows Official, Amber Swallows XXX. Thank you for coming in.
No, thank you guys. This was a very, very good conversation. I appreciate it so much.
Henny 3 times.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Engineering.
So I'm gonna make it
check it
real
out.
fucking easy. SpanishXBarbie.com. And remember, Barbie with 2 I's, and then you'll find everything on there. If you want to go ahead and Google Spanish X Barbie, you'll find my X videos, Pornhub, and all that other shit. So there you go. You'll be nice and happy for a while.
Good stuff. Until next time.
Thank you
stay
so
real,
much.
Stay bold and stay hot, y'all.
Stay wet. Bye.
Catch up with us at the Hotspot Lounge. That was dope.